Friends in Canada would say, good stuff, eh? It's good to see y'all fired up. You know, that book, by the way, The Four Agreements, and I don't promote a lot of books, but I've given out probably 100 to 150 copies of that book to friends, people that I'm coaching, mentoring over the years that I love, because it's a life changer. So that's one that if you want to go on a deep journey, it's a powerful book, The Four Agreements. And it's really an internal breakthrough journey that book talks about, because it talks about the agreements that we've made from childhood on, agreements about what life's supposed to be and what we're capable of. And most of those agreements were programmed subconsciously by the age of 5. And we carry into our adulthood these agreements, these subconscious belief systems that ultimately dictate our outcome. You know, it's impossible to attract anything into your life that your thoughts repel. It's impossible to attract anything into your life that your thoughts repel. So as Lisa spoke about that book and the Four Agreements, recommend if you want to go on a deep journey, and it is a deep journey, that book, but it's life-changing. It was a pivotal part of my journey well over 10 years ago. So it's funny, I didn't get a chance to share the story this morning, so we had a tropical storm coming into Louisiana, which came yesterday. And so they were saying that the flights weren't going to go out. I was supposed to come out real early Thursday morning with my daughter, and so we changed our flights to Wednesday. So I'm going to be gone. We're going to California from here, and I'm going to be traveling, for the next few weeks. And so I said, we're just going to call an Uber, and we'll Uber over. So my Uber driver pulls up, and she gets out of the Uber car, and Adriana goes, Dad, she's wearing a helo. And I was like, oh my gosh, you're wearing a helo. She looks up, and she goes, I know you. I said, you used to be an Uber driver too. And here's what hit me. Here's what hit me for this event and for where we're going. The day is going to come where we will see helos in the public. Oh, we see them all over at our events, right? But the day's going to come where right now you look around and see Fitbits and other things people have. The day will come where this product is going to go mainstream, and a large percentage of people in this world, and it'll be nothing to walk through a mall or be at a ball game and see the person next to you wearing a helo. That's where we're going. That's where we're going. It's exciting. Well, I'm so honored to introduce this next speaker. You guys have heard me probably say oftentimes that I believe that the number one attribute that I feel about this company is courage. And Maya Angelou says that of all the attributes in the world, courage is the most important, because without courage, none of the other attributes matter. Some would say love, some would say forgiveness. Some would say dreaming big, but in reality, those things don't matter if you don't have the courage to step into them. And this next speaker represents courage on every level. He was a documented, not 10 years ago in his past, when he joined this company, only a few months ago, was a documented 6-figure-a-month earner in another company. And he made a courageous decision to step into his capacity, because he realized that at his A game, in the environment he was in, 6 figures a month was as high as it got. But if he put himself in this environment, $1 million a month and beyond was what he was capable of. I don't know too many people willing to walk away from a 7-figure income and say, let's go do it again. He shared a story with me a few months ago. I was sitting down with Mike, and I said, Mike, tell me about that process. Because when I see someone make courageous decisions, it fires me up. I believe courage is the DNA of this company. We're courageous. And he said, well, I have a mentor that every year, he said, he watches my life. He knows me. I look up to him. And every year I meet with him to look at where I am. He said, I was with my mentor. And I said, well, he said, what do you see in my life? And his mentor said, you're bored. You're bored. Yeah, you're making money. You got multiple streams of income, your investments, whatever. But in your network marketing career, you're bored. And he said, well, what should I do? And his mentor said, quit. That's the advice of a big thinker. Are you with me? And he stepped into this opportunity because he understood how big this is. And guys, the caliber of leaders that are being attracted to this company right now, and what Lisa just said, don't prejudge anybody. Don't prejudge anybody, because you never know. This gentleman is blazing a trail, president millionaire, top 200 income earners in the entire industry of network marketing after just a couple of short months. Are you with me? And he's going to pour out to us today. So guys, help me welcome to the stage my good friend, president millionaire, Mr. Mike Sims.
Everybody good? Good stuff. You brought my wheelchair out here for me. I'm just joking. All right. Everybody good? Yeah. First of all, before I get started, Jeremy Roma, I tell you, I've had a chance to know Jeremy Roma for several years. And I had a chance to watch him and his growth and development and become the person he is. And Jeremy right now, if you all have felt it yet today, wouldn't you all agree that Jeremy's on another level right now? He's on another level. He's on another level. And of course, another level opportunity requires us to go to another level. Would y'all not agree with that? Good stuff. So let's give Jeremy Roma a round of applause. Of course, he's phenomenal. Ton of respect for Jeremy Roma. A couple other people I acknowledge too before I get started. My sponsor, Ramasio Fulcher, who had the courage to call me. Let's give Ramasio a round of applause. Appreciate you, man. I'm having fun again. Some people say, why were you not having fun at 6 figures a month? Well, you got to get there first to really understand it. And when you know that you aren't, some of y'all still think he's a lunatic. But when you get there and you know that there's something more, and then for him to be able to see that too, for someone else to say I'm playing small, meant a lot to me. So I appreciate you for that and for making that call. And then Chad and Natita, the best upline with Ramasio that I've ever had in my career. I've never had an upline in my career. Never. I've had people who enrolled me, one person who enrolled me into the business, but we blew by him pretty fast. And so I never had an upline in my entire 17-year career in network marketing. So I'm grateful for all of them. And then, of course, my organization as well, the people I get a chance to represent on a daily basis. And I have a phenomenal team. And I love working with them, having fun again. And I've never worked with a group of people that I just like to work with. Some people you tolerate, y'all know what I'm saying? But this organization, we celebrate. Does that make sense? Okay? And so I just love working with everybody in the organization. So we're just getting started. I'm excited. My background real quickly, before network marketing, I was like everybody else. Go to school, get good grades, get you a good job. I did those things. My first job out of college paid me $60,000 a year. I quickly found out that I was basically check to check. How many of y'all have been there before? Check to check, more month at the end of the money. And someone showed me network marketing, and I didn't listen initially, and because I made a mistake. I asked my parents about it. And of course, my parents had been in education for 20 plus years, and they told me that we tried those things before. My dad had tried, dabbled in Amway, and they said, hey, these things are they might be legitimate, but you probably missed it, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So I bought their opinions at that point. And until I met another gentleman who was earning 6 figures a month as well from home in network marketing. It's the second time I heard it. More importantly, it's the second time I ever met someone earning 6 figures a month from home that was doing it legally. Does that make sense? Everybody I knew that was making 6 figures a month from home, they were dodging the law. Does that make sense? Okay. They were always, looking around every corner, worried about, is anybody watching me, etc. This gentleman told me something that changed my life. He said, Mike, if you buy other people's opinions, you buy their lifestyle. If you buy other people's opinions, you buy their lifestyle. Life is something everyone has. Style is the way you get to live it. Life is something everyone has. Style is the way you get to live it. See, I've been listening to my parents, and I didn't grow up poor. We grew up basically middle class. I had everything that I needed as a child. Majority of the things I wanted, they taught me how to work for it. So I didn't have like a rags to riches story, but one of the things I knew was we were not wealthy. Money was still a decision that had to be made, or everything was a monetary decision still in our household. One of the questions I hated to hear growing up was, okay, we want it, how much is it? I just couldn't stand that question. If I want to eat this on the menu, then that's what I want, okay? I don't want to read the menu from right to left. Does that make sense, okay? I want to read it from what I want to being able to purchase it, right? Everything was, in a monetary decision. If I wanted to add something to the steak, how much is it, okay? And again, nothing against my parents, they just didn't understand, entrepreneurship. They were programmed as well to be, to work that 40-40-40 plan, okay? And so that's one of the things as a kid, I don't know where it came from. A seed that I got that some other people just didn't get, I just knew someone right, okay? I never, as a kid, you played that game, That's My Car? I didn't play that game, I didn't like it. I said, that's gonna be my car one day. Okay? My mindset was just totally different, and I knew when I was introduced to network marketing, that gentleman told me that statement, I knew this was my opportunity. I knew this was my break, this was my chance to go out and make a serious difference. And when I got started, the number one thing I wanted to do was prove my parents wrong, okay? They didn't know. They were my biggest motivators. They told me, matter of fact, when I got started in network marketing, I enrolled, I quit my job and went full-time into network marketing. Crazy, right? Yeah, I made crazy decisions a long time ago. So I was crazy. Made that decision, quit my job, full-time in network marketing. The first question my dad asked me was, son, are you on drugs? Seriously. My mom gave me the best motivational words you could ever receive. She said, we hope it works out because we're not going to pay your bills. Okay? Greatest motivation, write this down. Sometimes no support is all the support you need. Okay? Sometimes no support is all the support you need. And I got started in that company, went to the top position really quickly, $10,000 a month in 6 months. And then, of course, I went to 20 grand a month and just kept growing and growing and growing to millions in income. And then I left that company because I didn't believe in the opportunity anymore. Okay, I just didn't. I take this seriously. When I get on the stage in front of people and I talk to them about an opportunity, then it better be an opportunity. Does that make sense to everybody? You better have an opportunity to get to where I am. Okay? You have to. Because if that's not the case, then what am I doing? I'm not telling the truth. I'm lying, okay? And so once I didn't believe in that opportunity anymore, it was time to go. I took a break from network marketing, got a call about my last company. Long story short, I spent almost 11 years at that company, tremendous run, but it got to the point, as Jeremy said, now I was bored. I didn't believe in the opportunity anymore. I personally didn't want to talk about nutrition anymore, nutritional products. I understand business. Business there is what you call competition. You want to go where there's the least amount of competition. I'm not trying to convince somebody, or I don't like convincing. I don't like to try to sell somebody on something, right? And so I got tired of trying to sell someone on the fact that my product was better than their products, et cetera, et cetera. I wanted to go into, as my good friend Travis Flaherty said, I wanted to enter the blue ocean, where there's virtually no competition, where you could just see miles and miles and miles and to know that even people who might get in your category, they can't even see you because you're so far ahead of them. Does that make sense? Okay? That's why I joined World, is for this opportunity to go out and be in the blue ocean and then, of course, to change lives. I'm always going to be an advocate of health and wellness, though, because I've had, in my opinion, family members that are no longer here and they should be. And it was because of lack of knowing what's going on in their bodies. I was moved by Jeremy's story about his brother a couple months ago. My grandmother passed away from something I believe could have been prevented, blood sugar issues, et cetera, all these different things, okay? That's why I'm so passionate about World, because I think now, instead of waiting to diagnose something and then go try to treat it, et cetera, we have something that is going to help people on the front end. Okay, to be able to make better lifestyle choices, to prevent or possibly prevent the crisis. Does that make sense? Okay? That's why I'm involved in this company. You might want to write this down too. Here's the reason why I do this business, because this is the condition of the world. The condition of the world today is sad. 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 We eat right now from the standard American diet. Okay? And then we start feeling a little ill, and then we go and see the standard American doctor. Okay? And then, of course, the standard American doctor, they diagnose us with the standard American diseases. And then they prescribe us the standard American drugs. And then we stay on them until we die the standard American death. Okay? That's the cycle we're on right now. A product like this, okay, as it continues to grow, and then listen to the doctor earlier, these things, this is a necessity, okay? This is a necessity for people to get in front of these different things. See, I know what it quote unquote runs in my family. I really don't think the disease runs in my family. I think the recipes run in our family. That's the problem. You go to a family reunion, you wonder why. Matter of fact, you go to a family reunion and watch how people eat and what they eat, you know why they sick. It's not a miracle. This is, you keep eating that, you keep drinking this, and et cetera, et cetera. This is why you are where you are. And so, that's why I take this product so seriously. That's why I take this business so seriously. And I encourage you all to take it seriously too. For something happens and then you wish you had taken it seriously. Of course, we got the health component, then we have the finance component. Ask yourself this question. If the worst thing would have happened to you tomorrow or today, what type of position would you leave your family in financially? A position of strength or a position of weakness? Most people leave this earth with debt and disappointment. Okay? I refuse that to be my family, for that to be my family. You got to leave your family in a position of strength, okay? There's something called lifestyle. And I just wish, if you all knew how good it felt to be a president millionaire, you all would be one right now. If you all knew, okay? If you all knew how good it felt, okay? My parents are on scholarship. They've been on scholarship for 17 years because of network marketing, okay? They'll never graduate. My grandmother, same thing. If you all knew how good it felt to be able to do those type of things for your family, to be able to not think about something, a 4-hour flight out here, there's no way I can sit coach. It don't even look right, okay? Don't even look right. This thing is necessities. It's called comforts. There was a guy walked by me in the aisle, I was like, man, I feel sorry for everybody sitting beside this guy. He's my size. I mean, it's gonna be painful. And one thing, I never lost an armrest battle, I'll tell you that. Anyway, so let's jump into some training. Everybody ready? All right, cool. I want to talk about mindset today and what that does for you. And sometimes in life, we have different things that we gotta figure out first. And we got to figure out where we are first. And it's a 4-step process to be able to figure out where you are, okay? The first thing you got to do is take a look at your life right now, take a look at the issues you're having, and then you got to do what I call trace it, okay? You got to trace it back to the root to figure out where this stuff started, okay? The poverty mindset, the defeated mindset, the weakness, the lack of income, all these different things. You gotta trace it back to the root. I remember years ago when I got started in network marketing, I went to a doctor visit. I was having all kind of issues, okay? 22 years old, having all kind of doctor issues. My arm wasn't feeling right. My legs would go numb. So having headaches, heart palpitations. I went to the doctor. He tell me, hey, they do an EKG, nothing wrong. Went to the doctor, my head hurt, CAT scan, nothing wrong. All these different things, nothing wrong. Finally, I went to the started. As a matter of fact, back then in that year, like WebMD and all that stuff started coming out. That's the worst thing to do, I'm telling you. But you start Googling stuff and WebMD, all that stuff, and I started looking at. I knew without a shadow of a doubt, I had MS. I knew it. I diagnosed myself. I went to the doctor. And the doctor sat me down. He said, son, you don't have any problems. He said, you don't have MS. He said, Mike, you're what you call stressed out. He said, stress is a killer. You got to figure out what in your life is stressing you, and you got to eliminate that ASAP, or you will have a problem, okay? And so I had to figure out that I need to be doing something different. Something different. As a matter of fact, he gave me a diagnosis. He says, what you have right now is tuberculosis. That's what you got, okay? That's what you got. That's the illness you have. You're suffering from it, it's killing you, okay? Some of y'all will get that when you get home. I had a nurse one time in an event, and she sat there all event trying to figure out exactly what that was. But anyway, he said, you had tuberculosis. He said, you got to eliminate that problem and do something different right now, or you will have a problem. And so I immediately started taking steps to change the situation. So trace it, the first thing you got to do. Then, of course, you got to face it. You got to face the problem head on. A lot of people edit their reality. They act like it's not happening. I try to act like I was not broke, going out with my friends, thinking about just doing calculations in my head every time. You know, it wasn't a vacation, it was an accounting exercise. Bought that last round of drinks, that's the light bill, I know that, okay? Whatever it is, that's just where I was, okay? That's where I was in my life at the time, budget balling, right? That's where I was. So, you know, I had to face the situation, stop editing my reality, and then, of course, the next stage you got to do is you got to now erase it. Erase that issue. Erase that issue. Erase that mindset. You got to get in the proper mindset and to be able to get out of the situation you're in. So I erased it, okay? Erased it, and then the last thing you got to do is you got to replace it. If you don't replace it with something, then those things are going to come back. They're going to come back. It could be a relationship right now, a relationship that you're in that you need to replace it. Replace it. You can't be in a relationship and this person's helping me 2 steps forward. Now they're taking me 2 steps backwards. You keep doing that, you're in the same place over and over again. Okay? You got to erase these things out of your life and then replace it with positive people and a positive environment. That's another reason I joined World. I wanted to get into a different environment where I knew people had a prosperity-driven mindset. People were interested in helping other people. People were going to go to the next level. People that were not complacent. People that were not satisfied with where they are. People that wanted to help more people. That's another reason why I'm involved in this company. Because I needed to replace an old environment and get into something new. Does that make sense, okay? So very, very important that we follow that process there to be able to help you go where you want to go, and that can, you can apply to any area of your life. Any area of your life. And then some people ask me, well, how do you get the posture? How do you develop the mindset? How do you develop the mindset, as Lisa talked about a little bit earlier? I developed the mindset by doing personal growth and development. Every single day, I make sure that I spend at least 30 minutes a day working on myself, minimum. Majority of the time it's an hour, but at minimum 30 minutes a day. What will personal development allow you to be able to do? Number one, it will help you overcome fears. Everybody's afraid. You ever meet someone and tell you they're not afraid to talk to somebody? They're lying to you. They're lying to you. See, the difference is when you have that foundation of personal growth and development, you do it anyway. As Emerson said, do the thing you fear, and the death of fear is certain. Okay? So now when I sit down with a prospect, because of my personal growth and development, my posture is different. I sat down with a gentleman this morning, 7:30 in the suite, and we had a meeting. And I sat down with him. He's involved in another company, earns a lot of money. I said, I'm going to warn you up front. Once you take a look at this, you'll never be the same. You'll never be the same. You're going to be messed up mentally. See, I set the tone up front. Does that make sense? I told him, you're not going to be able to go back and build your business how you have been doing it. You're not going to be able to. I put that thought in his mind, and guess what? He's coming on board. Okay? You know, I told him up front, this is what's going to happen if you take a look at the information. So proceed. That's my disclaimer. That's the disclaimer I tell people before I meet with them. Okay? I don't do an income disclaimer. I tell them, this is what's going to happen. Okay? You're going to get involved. Or you'll go back to your business and you're going to be messing it up because your mind is thinking about what's going on over here. See, personal growth and development has given me that posture. Does that make sense to everybody? Okay? Very important. Personal growth and development also gives you the ability to inspire other people. You got to be an inspired people. See, this business, we don't build a business, we build people. The people build a business. See, inspire means breath. You want to be able to breathe life into people. Some people ask me, well, why aren't people joining me? Because you aren't breathing life into that person. helping them see themselves not where they are, but where they can be. So huge in this business. We're always taking people somewhere else and taking them to another level. You got to learn how to breathe life into people. Ask yourself a question. When people see you coming, are they excited because you're about to inspire them, or do they run the other direction because you're going to expire them? Ask yourself that question. Ask yourself. I'm serious. People, well, I can't get anybody to join. I wouldn't join you either. Because your posture and how you present yourself and the lack of confidence, people won't join anybody that's weak. They just won't do it. They won't do it. Ramasio recruited me into this company because of his posture. He said, Mike, you got to sit down and take a look at this. Right now. You know how he is. Right now. Right now. Okay? And that's it. There's no way I can enroll with someone who's weak. Are you weak? Are you weak? Okay? And I'm asking that question right now is, are you? But at one point in my career, it applied to me too. I had to ask myself, am I weak? Do people want to join me? Am I going to take them somewhere? Okay? Personal growth and development, working on yourself, gives people or gives you that confidence in the ability to inspire other people to be able to take them somewhere that they want to go. Another thing personal development has done for me too, is it allows me to look at things or look at obstacles a little bit different. See, most people, I remember Jim Rohn said this years ago. He said, you can have a problem. See, most people shoot cannons at rabbits. Imagine going rabbit hunting or deer hunting and you roll a cannon out there. Okay? He said, people shoot cannons at rabbits. He said, it's effective, but when it's over, you don't have another rabbit. You don't have a rabbit left. Okay? But that's what people do when they have a lack of personal growth and development. That's what people do. Something will happen, and they'll shoot cannons at rabbits. It's something that's small or another issue or issue with somebody, whatever it is, and they'll give that thing life. They'll give a voice to something that should be voiceless. Okay? Because of my personal growth and development, see, in my opinion, there's no problems if you got your health. Everything else is what I call an issue. And we can overcome issues. Right? Even involved in this company, there will be issues. People wish for ground floor opportunities, but don't want ground floor issues because of their mindset. Their mindset. I tell people now, I tell a guy a couple of weeks ago, listen, don't do anything right now. You get started, come back in September. Okay? Right now, too early for you. You want customer service to answer the phone in 10 seconds? Come back in September. Okay? That's when you come. But I'm telling you right now, you'll be $250,000, $500,000 behind. That's okay. But you just come back in September. Do you see to understand the mindset and the posture that it takes? That's what personal growth and development allows you to be able to do. It allows you to, some people, and don't get me wrong, there are things that happen that need to be addressed, and there are things that happen that really affect you. But see, someone who has the personal growth and development, they may cry some tears, but the tears they cry, they fertilize their dream. When you don't have personal growth and development, your tears will drown you, okay? It's very important that you do personal growth and development. Matter of fact, write this down to sum this up, okay? Then we're going to get into some training. To sum this up, if you don't do personal growth and development, find something else to do, because network marketing is not for you. It ain't going to happen, okay? It won't happen for you. I'm very, this is, some people sugarcoat, oh, it's okay. No, it's not okay. It's not okay. You gotta go through the personal growth and development to get where you wanna go in this business. You have to. Don't think that we don't have bad days, bad things that happen to us either. See, we just have a bad 5 minutes. We can't afford bad days. Can't afford it. But think about if I had a bad day, or Chad and Tita had a bad day. They're the big gears that turn and make all the smaller gears turn. If they stop turning, what happens to the whole machine? The question is, what are you doing? What are you doing every day? Are you that big gear that's not turning? Very, very important. So that's the mindset that it takes to be successful. We'll wrap it up tonight or today with something I call being sniper focused. Can everybody see it up here? Can everybody see it? Okay, good. Can y'all see it? Sniper focus, okay, real quick. Sniper, okay? The S in sniper focus, because we know a sniper, they don't just go out there spraying bullets. They're calculated. They take their time. They measure everything. They know their target and they can't miss. A lot of times they can't afford to miss because people's lives are on the line. The question is, are you sniper focused? How do you get sniper focused? Synergy, number one. You want to create synergy as an organization. Alone, we can do a little. Together, we can do much. That comes from Helen Keller. Alone, we can do a little bit. Together, we can accomplish anything. So you want to create synergy in your organization so you can have an entire organization full of snipers, full of people that are all in. Does that make sense? Okay? So that's the S in sniper. Excuse me, synergy. Yeah, sniper. The N in sniper is now. I love the dictionary definition of now. The time immediately before the present. The time immediately before the present. I am the world's biggest procrastinator because I feel like it'll always happen. Okay? Steve Carter giving me a running for my money. He's a procrastinator too, but I love him. But he running for it too. But here's what we know. Our mindset is it will get done. Okay? But here's one thing I did over the last 2 years. I started to decrease my procrastination and started adopting a now mentality into my life. So here's what I know. At the end of a year, I do a personal self-assessment and I rate myself. And I knew from a procrastination standpoint, I was about, a couple years ago, I was about 40%. Okay? 60% procrastination, 40%. All I wanted to do, my goal was to get to 70 because getting to 100 is too hard. I don't want to do that. Okay? We got to still put some pressure on some other people. I just wanted to improve just a little bit. When I improved that one thing, my income quadrupled. By taking on a now mindset, a now mentality, you got to go do it right now. Talk to the person right now. Call the person right now. If not, you'll have what happened to me years ago. I went to a big event, and there was a gentleman who I should have called right now 2 months ago. Okay? And he ended up walking across the stage, and basically it would be a diamond right here. Cost me about 15 grand a month. Procrastinating. And the first thing he said was, man, if you had called me, I would have joined. Why didn't you call me? One of the first times in my life, I had no answer. No answer. Okay? Do it now. Do it now. The most powerful question in the English language is why? You hadn't done it, why not? Why not? Hadn't made the call, why not? Hadn't followed up, why not? Hadn't exposed people every day, why not? Do it right now. That's how a sniper, right now. You got to be sniper focused, okay? The I, ignite. The start is what stops most people. We talked about that already. The start is what stops most people. Here's the beautiful thing about network marketing. We can't fire you. We can't fire you. But your day one in network marketing is the day you start doing everything it takes to be successful. That's day one. The question is this weekend going to be your day one? I hope so. I know I'm restarting. I'm acting right now like I'm brand new in the business to go build another president millionaire business. Does that make sense? Okay? I tell Ramasya all the time, I got to catch you somehow. Tell Chad and Tita, the #1 spot in America is being loaned to you right now. Okay? That's my mindset. That's the mindset. Okay? And I'm telling the people in my organization, I am here to help you take my spot. Does that make sense? I want you to pass me. Okay? I want you to do better than me. That's what financial freedom means in this business. So ignite, you got to get started. Okay? And then, of course, the P is purpose. The P is purpose. And it takes courage to fulfill your purpose. Your plans change, but your purpose should never change. Your plans can change, but the purpose should never change. Never. If you want to get to Las Vegas, or excuse me, if you're in an airplane, matter of fact, last night, I noticed because I track flights, because some of y'all know how I love flying. So I tracked the flight during the flight, right? And I noticed because of storms that the pilot changed the flight course 3 times last night. Everybody else on the plane probably asleep, didn't notice it. I noticed it, okay? They changed the flight path 3 times last night. The purpose was Las Vegas. The plan changed 3 times, but the purpose never changed. Does that make sense? Okay? And even when bad things happen to you, understand that might be part of the plan. Remember this. People, somebody betrayed me, this and that. Jesus could not accomplish his purpose without somebody betraying him too. Okay? That was in the plan. Okay? So if it happened to him, it can happen to any of us, right? So the purpose never changes. The plan may, okay? And then, of course, elevate, as we start to wrap it up here, chickens always have their heads down. Eagles always have their heads up. And I added a little something to it. I want you to soar like an airplane. Soar like an airplane. Because remember, in an airplane, you're so high that the people that on the ground, they can't even see you. And guess what? You can't even see them either. You can't even see them either. That's how high you want to be able to soar in this business. Elevate, take things to another level. And then, of course, R is the reward. And I'll tell you this, the sacrifices are many, but the rewards are plentiful. And I could spend another 30 minutes talking about the blessings that this business has given me over my career. Just sharing stories. And some people say, well, it's always been easy. No, it hasn't, okay? No, it hasn't. One day we'll have a training on how to mess things up, okay? on bad decisions or whatever. We'll have a training on that. But just understand, like Jim Rohn said, it doesn't have to be easy. It just has to be worth it. I'm telling you it's worth it. I'm telling you it's worth it. But you got to be sniper focused. You got to be sniper focused. And nothing happens in this business until you get locked in and laser focused. And so I see now the clock. They told me it was a clock when I got up here. I just saw it in the back and it's zero. I don't know how long it's been zero, but I see it now. I thought it was right here somewhere. I'm like, man. But anyway, again, it's an honor, a privilege, and a pleasure to be here. I've had a great time. And I would just encourage everybody, okay? Because we got great leadership. Jeremy Roma, Chad Natita, Ramasio, all the other diamonds and above, presidents and above in this room. You got great leadership that really, really love and care about you. Don't dishonor those relationships by being lazy, okay? Don't dishonor it. Somebody else believes in you. The worst thing you could do is be lazy. The worst thing you could do is be half-assed at it. You got to go after it. Go after it. This business, the big rewards in this business are only reserved for the people who go all out. Thank you for your time.
Change, walking beside the guilty and the innocent. How will you raise your hand